Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the background, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on the Italians, a comedy drama about Italians. And I'll have lots to say about it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. 76 Piney now for sale. The most patriotic Piney of all time. I'll also be at one more bar and grill tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. It's Gator Weekend. It's a bar and grill, and you can get a copy of the Pineys. All right, let's get into it. So this is a wacky Italian family. There are a lot of tropes here. Not as many Italians as you think. I mean, there's some Italians in it, and there's a lot of Italian stereotypes, that's for sure. The premise is the son brings his girlfriend over, and she's not Italian. This April it comes out, and it caused all sorts of craziness. So it's won awards. Directed by Michelle Danner, and screenplay by Lisa Phillips Visca, who, that sounds Italian. Michelle Danner does not sound Italian to me. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who's Italian and who's not sometimes. Abigail Breslin plays Lily, the girlfriend, so she doesn't have to be Italian because her character's not. Matthew Daddario, he's Italian. That's an Italian name. Lainey Kazan, that does not sound Italian. Still possible. Still possible they have a different name. They're actors and actresses. They have sometimes changed the names. Perry Reeves does not sound Italian. David D. Louise, that sounds Italian. Rob Estes, maybe. Olivia Lucardi, absolutely. That's definitely an Italian. Darren Weiss does not sound Italian. Michelle Danner, who plays the mom and directs it, I mean, her mom might be Italian, but I don't know. I would be surprised to find out she wasn't at least half Italian. Justin Daniel Brush does not sound Italian. Luca Rima, that sounds Italian. Alex Andrex, Stimson Sneed, that is not an Italian name. Mystic Merjam, not an Italian name. Kane Madison, not an Italian name. Carolina Vidaldes, maybe. Sophia Pollock, maybe. Roger Dean, probably not. There's not a lot of Italians in that mix, I gotta say. Not a lot. And again, a lot of stereotypes going around. So this is the boyfriend, this is the girlfriend. He brings her over in the first act, and she insults the mother's meatballs. Again, very tropey. And she doesn't like him, or like her. And then they go to the priest. Again, another trope. The father goes and the son goes. I'm not sure if the mother goes. I assume she does. So the mother tries to set him up with Gina, good Italian girl, but she's crazy and has a big gap in her tooth. And then they invite everybody else over for dinner, including the grandma, and she's obnoxious. Yeah, she goes to the priest too. And there's other relatives and cousins. I mean, he looks Italian, but he looks a little too Italian. I mean, like, he seemed, you don't have to put him in the wife beater and open shirt and give him a gold necklace. Like, it's like screaming Italian. Like, I'm Italian. I'm not wearing that. You don't have to wear it. It's not a uniform. We're allowed to wear what we want. I mean, you're really trying a little too hard with the costuming. It's all about the casting. You got to cast guys who look Italian. Like Michelle Danner, she could be Italian. If you dyed her hair darker, I mean, black hair is usually Italian. She kind of looks Italian. But, she might be Jewish. Kazan is kind of a Jewish name. Jews and Italians, we kind of look similar. We kind of got a similar vibe going. So you can have Jewish actors play Italian and vice versa. We all have big noses and dark hair. Um, but and then to call it the Italians, it's a bit wacky. Feels like a play, right? It feels like a play about an Italian family and all loud and boisterous. Not all Italians are loud. They're not all loud. Some are very quiet. We're just normal humans like you. So I'm a little annoyed at the various tropes in this movie. What's the end? Well, in the second act, it's all about the controversy with the girlfriend. In the third act, the mother accepts the girlfriend, saves his relationship, and he marries the wacky Metagon. And it's an Italian, or not an Italian. It's a comedy, and the one thing comedies have to be is funny. Now, to somebody who's maybe not Italian and hears all, oh, hey, what, meatballs, blah, 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 you might find that funny because you don't know Italians. But to an Italian, it just sounds, kind of racist. I mean, it just sounds like it's full of a bunch of stereotypes. Now, I could have wrote this thing. I could have wrote the hell out of this thing. But they didn't consult me on this. I mean, I wrote F you, I'm Italian, why we Italians are awesome. You don't need to have that kind of background to write a simple comedy screenplay about a dude bringing his girlfriend home and his parents don't like her. But yeah, I mean, you could put the Italian angle on it. But it seems like you're going a little hard in the paint, Michelle. A little hard in the paint in the tropes, the trope department. You kind of want to disabuse people of those tropes when you do a movie like this, right? So if you do a movie, let's say the family is, I don't know, Japanese, right? And you want, say, the father character to be very traditional Japanese guy, and you want to have things like you got to take your shoes off when you come in, and they have a table that's low on the floor where you kneel at the table to eat dinner, things that are really, really Japanese. Well, those things come off as very tropey unless maybe you throw in a Japanese character who's not quite that tropey, and then maybe you modernize it a little bit, right? So, yeah, okay, they've got this table that's low to the floor, but when guests come over, they push a button and it raises up, maybe. Maybe they've got walls and doors that look like those rice paper walls and doors in a traditional Japanese house, but maybe they're not real and they slide, they're more modern or whatever. I mean, you could do the same thing with the Italians, right? You can kind of like upgrade it a little bit, and so it doesn't look like something out of a 1980s sitcom that takes place in the 50s about Italians. And that's the vibe I'm getting off this. Sure, some of the tropes are funny and interesting. I mean, food is definitely a thing, but you can modernize it more, right? You can get into more of the details and get away from it being a trope. So would I see this? Possibly under duress in a hostage situation, but otherwise, no. No, I couldn't suffer through this. And the write-up is a typical Italian-American family, which infuriates me, meets their son's new girlfriend. This is like saying it takes place at a typical Italian restaurant, the Olive Garden. So this, I feel, is the Italian the Olive Garden of Italian restaurants. Now, I feel that this is, I ruined this joke. I feel like this is the Olive Garden of Italian comedy films. There. That was the joke I meant to do. And I don't mean to be mean, but I am Italian. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan tonight. Whew, what a week. I'm trying to get my taxes done. I got all my receipts. I got to write a bunch of stuff down. I'm doing an event this weekend. Gator Weekend. It's Gator Weekend, everybody. And that's at One More Bar and Grill in Chemung, New Jersey. Technically Tabernacle, but whatever. It's on Route 206 out in the Pine Barrens. And I'll be there from 11 a.m. until the sun sets and I get it gets too cold for me to stand out there. So about 5 hours. Probably cut out around dinner, maybe a little later, depending on how well I do, if I still have books. So I'll be selling the Pineys. And then on Sunday, I'm going to Lines in the Pines, and that's right there at Stockton College. And that's going to be great. That's going to be from 10 to 4 on Sunday. My birthday, March 9th. And then after that, the family's taking me out to a very nice dinner. So after that, I'll be coming home to do the live stream where we do it live. So the live stream will probably be a little late. Probably looking at around 8. I think I'm going to set it for 8 and try to get home in time. So it's going to be a big Piney weekend, and I have to do my damn taxes. Anyhow, other than that, it's going to be awesome. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.